Maybe some of you need to hear this today. Maybe one person needs to hear this. I knew there was more for me. So as I painted that car, I pretended like I loved it because I knew it was temporary. So if the thing you're doing is not what you know you're going to do for the rest of your life, and realize it's just a stepping stone to who you're meant to be. When people see you having success, they never actually see the journey. I've cut firewood, I fixed cars, I changed engines, I painted cars, I drove a tow truck. I bought my first real estate deal with no money down. It was the worst looking property in the history of the world with roaches all over. No one sees that journey, but the fact of the matter is it's part of it. So if you're experiencing some success, if you're in a job you hate, what if it was all meant for you as part of the plan to your bigger future? I've had more success than I ever imagined possible, but none of it was possible if I didn't do all of the crap that I had to do to get here. And as I was painting cars, I want to tell you, I hated it. I had headaches every night. I didn't have good ventilation. But here's what I knew, and maybe some of you need to hear this today. Maybe one person needs to hear this. I knew there was more for me. So as I painted that car, I pretended like I loved it because I knew it was temporary. So if the thing you're doing is not what you know you're going to do for the rest of your life, and realize it's just a stepping stone to who you're meant to be. When your family thinks you're crazy, when your friends think you're nuts, when that inner self-doubt is like, are you crazy? We're not rich enough. We're not smart enough. We don't live in the right area at the wrong time, wrong age. Just know that's all part of the journey. That's part of your paying your success tax, because most people hear that voice and guess what they do? They quit. And then when they're 90 years old, they're looking back thinking, why did I miss that? Why did I hesitate? Why did I let that fear stop me? If you have that inner self-doubt, that imposter syndrome, know it's part of the journey. Shut it up. Find that inner strength. Keep moving forward. Winston Churchill said, the definition of success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Think about it. How many times have you failed on something? That inner voice told you to stop. It's not going to work out. And you want to quit. Maybe you have. But those that don't, those that realize that the smoothest stone is in the roughest part of the stream, that adversity is actually the foundation we need to be successful, once you realize that, life will never be the same. Stop wishing you had less problems and start finding a way to say, bring problems on, because if you learn to solve bigger problems, you get bigger results. You get a bigger payday. You get bigger success. Think about the most successful people in the world. They're solving bigger problems. Instead of worrying about somebody cutting you off and flipping them the bird, think about how can I solve a problem that can get me the bigger results that I desire. Stop focusing on the little things. If you want another level of life, you need to solve bigger problems. Don't wish problems go away. Learn to handle bigger problems and say, bring them on. That's how we get to that next level life. Your next level lives on the other side of the thing you're avoiding. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. No one's going to give you permission. Your family's going to think you're crazy. That's just a fact. Inner self-doubt is going to make you want to stop. You feel like an imposter. It's all part of the journey. But the only person you need permission from is you. Look in the mirror and say, I'm doing this. Courage is not moving forward in the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even though you're scared to death. Stop playing it safe. Seriously, how is safe going to feel when you're at the end of your life? Imagine being 95 years old. It's the end of your life. You get a chance to meet God. And of course, he has an iPhone. And then God plays a video of the man or the woman you could have been if you didn't play safe, if you weren't waiting for permission. All I know is I'd rather get to the end of my life knowing I tried than having regret wishing I could do it all over again. It is so easy for people to be in the stands with someone else's name on the back of their jersey, criticizing, critiquing. Look up Theodore Roosevelt's Man in the Arena. I would much rather be the person who fails down in the game playing than being someone up in the stands judging. It's time to get in the game. So many people think they're being productive. They're not. They're just busy. It's like you're running on a treadmill expecting to get 2 miles down the road. What we must do is literally step off the treadmill for just a moment, and we need to evaluate, is this effort, is this action actually moving me towards the man or the woman I'm destined to be, towards my full potential, or is this not? And there's no gray. It's either moving you towards the person you want to be, the money you want, the success you want, the happiness you want, or it's moving you away. And if it's moving you away, it's got to be a no, and more energy needs to go towards what will move your life in the right direction. I get asked a lot, does money buy happiness? The answer is yes. And when people ask me that and they say they don't think that's true, then I say, you haven't given enough away yet. I got to retire my parents when I was in my 20s and 30s when they struggled most of their life. I get to donate more than I ever imagined possible and help people that are starving, or help children in slavery, or help build schools in Africa. I get to do really cool things. Plus, I get to make sure my family is secure and safe, and I get to live the life I want on being the husband and the father I want to be. So when somebody says money doesn't buy happiness, that is the biggest flaw in the world. It solves problems, it buys happiness, but money is a byproduct of doing good things for others. Remember that. Money will never be the same to you again. People always wonder how to move forward. What you need is confidence. Confidence is the thing that makes you walk into the room. It makes you sit down and do the presentation. It makes you launch the business. But how do you get confidence, right? You get confidence by focusing on the things that can take you to another level. Stop focusing on the things that rob your confidence, like the news, like negative people, like the things you're not that good at. All that does is rob your confidence. What you have to do with confidence is you need to put a little dab of courage and shake it up. Because courage is moving forward even though you're scared. Courage is jumping out of the plane and growing wings on the way down. Do that more often and confidence will be who you are. One of the biggest things I hear in today's world is, how do I overcome imposter syndrome? Like it's a new thing. We've all felt like imposters, every single one of us. I don't care if you meet billionaires or presidents or leaders, the greatest athletes in the world, we all feel like that. But those that take that fear and gain new capabilities and take uncomfortable action and do it anyway are the ones that overcome that imposter syndrome. And the more you do that, the more it goes away. But in today's world, people have realized that self-education, getting the specific capabilities you need to do the job you want to do, is the fastest way to the end result. Instead of going wide, we need to go deep. Either learn from somebody who's already been there, or be the person that helps someone else get to where they want to go because you've already been through that journey. What's up, what's up? Hey, don't forget to look at the action steps we've posted below. They are the perfect way to take your success, abundance in this crazy world to a whole nother level.